So today we're going to find out if I can beat games athletes, but we're going to do it with a handicap. So this workout was originally done in 2020. It was just 5 men, 5 women who did it, and the best athletes, I think it was Matt Frazier, Tia Toomey, and then there was a few right behind him. They were finishing in about 3.5 minutes. I have paced this workout for myself to finish at about the 6-minute mark. That's my hope. So how we're going to do this is I'm actually going to give myself a 2.5 minute head start, 2.5 minute handicap, and I'm also actually using what was the women's weight in the games. So I'm not using the full 70-pound kettlebells that the men used. I'm using 53-pound kettlebells, which is what the women used in the games. So I've got some pretty significant handicaps from the men's side, and then I'm basically giving myself a 2.5 minute head start on the women with the same weight. So let's find out how I do.
All right, let's talk about this, because I'll just say it right away. I did not come anywhere near beating these guys. They are remarkable. I know people have joked, like at the Olympics or at the CrossFit Games, like it would be really cool to see just a regular old person doing this alongside of them, just to give some perspective on how fit these people really are. And this is the best way I could think of doing that. So yeah, I give myself a oops, just kicked my camera there. Give myself a 2.5 minute start, and didn't even come close to beating them. I would have finished in dead last, no matter what division I was in. Men, women, doesn't matter. Yeah, so like, I think I'm going to keep doing this because there's a couple CrossFit Games workouts coming up that we have on the programming, and it'll just be interesting to see how, if there's any other workouts like this workout, toes to bar. So my approach was I wanted to go 12, 10, 8, and so I was able to do that. Get into those kettlebell lunges. Lunges are like a nemesis of mine. I've just got long legs, long way down, long way up, and I'm not super strong. So even with this 24 kilograms, 53 pound kettlebells, it takes its toll on me. As you can see, I kind of have to gather with each step and shuffle, and then you'll see here, once the games athletes come on the screen, how fast they do their lunges. And yeah, it's just, so anyways, it'll be interesting to see some of these other, like the next one I want to do is a event from 2008, and like, just knowing how much fitter games athletes have gotten, it'll be interesting to see like where would current me have stacked up in the 2008 CrossFit Games. So the distance I had there is basically 5 yards each way. So down and back is 10 yards. So I've done 20 yards now, and they're starting. So I probably, the way I paced it out, if I would have kept up with it, would have been fine, but the toes to bar started to slow down on me, and I probably underestimated how many breaks I would have needed to take on the lunges. I really wasn't expecting to put the kettlebells down as much as I did. No, even though I knew that I probably would, or I would need to slow down a little bit. Yeah, I still had to put those down more than I was hoping or wanting. So here I am finishing up round 1, 30 and 30 at 3:07. Now remember that number, because that's going to be something I'm going to point out a little bit later on. And again, I had a 2.5 minute head start on these guys. Noah Olson looking strong out the gate. Katrin and Tia pushing their pace. So I've got a few toes to bar in. My goal on the set of 20 for the toes to bar was 12.8. That did not happen. So I ended up going 8.75 for the round of 20. And again, I talked about this in my other workout of the week video. Like, these rests, they don't feel that long when I'm doing them. And watching them on video, it's like, oh my gosh, that was 10, 15 seconds right there. And that's really, you know, what's so impressive about these guys is they did their 30 unbroken, they do their 20 unbroken, and they do their lunges super fast. So these guys are already catching up to me here in the round of 20. So there I did 8 and 7. So I'm at 15 reps, and I'm pretty sure almost all the guys are going to pass me in this set of 20. So there, Noah just finished his 20th toes to bar. Boom. He is well beyond me. Matt Fraser's right there. All those other guys pretty much in that same range. Sam Quant just finished. The women are still going, so I'm just barely ahead of the women. Again, with a 2.5 minute head start. So they are now going to blow past me on the lunges. Katrin and I picked up our dumbbells at about the same time. And there you can see, like, these guys are doing lunges with 70-pound kettlebells faster than I do it with no weight. Lunges, again, are just not my strength. Matt and Noah going toe-to-toe. Ba-dum-bum-ch. And, yeah, so they are at 245. It just showed on the clock there. Again, I finished my 30 toes to bar and 30-yard lunge at 3:07. Matt Fraser is now about to finish the entire workout. So I would be all the way back. He finishes in 3:05 when he finishes crosses that line. Noah Olson right behind him, 3:12, whatever that ended up being. I'm doing my 20-yard lunges. The women are now on their 10-yard lunge. So I am well passed by all these athletes at this point. And looks like a few of them just got to their toes to bar. And I think I am going into my 10 toes to bar here. So a few of the women I am at this point kind of hanging on there with. I go 5 and 5 here, I think. Brooke is now finished. So there's the last guy, Jeffrey Adler. But even my last 5, I wasn't able to keep kipping. I had to go to kind of that swing. Just like, all right, I just got to get it done. I've got nothing left. And so, yeah, there's the last 2 women doing their lunges. And, yeah. So, like I said, interesting to see. Interesting to see just how much faster, how much fitter all of these people really are. Haley Adams was doing this with like a messed up ankle as well. She had really rolled her ankle pretty severely like a week or 2 before the games doing a trail run. But yeah, that's it. They're done. They are done. And I am on my last 5 yards of lunges. So kind of like what we saw in the Open, where the local affiliate had a buffer time against Annie Thorsdottir and her team. Like, I should have given myself a bigger buffer. It took me 7 minutes and 20 seconds to finish that whole workout. Yeah, that was it. Couldn't do it. So, that was fun. We'll see how the future ones go.
The answer is no. I can't. I could not beat them. Not even with a 2.5 minute head start. Holy shit.